Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Krisha Sarah Bowen, also known as the Giant Slayer, and I teach entrepreneurs how to create online courses that gives them multiple streams of income. And today I want to talk about the one thing that can give you the edge over your competitors. That's right, I'm going to give you a secret of the one thing that you can do right now that will give you an edge over your competitors. If you're ready, I want you to drop ready in the chat as I give you this one tip. Now, I know somebody's gonna say, well, I am my own competition, but in all honesty, that just works for personal development. In business, you have competition. There is someone that is going to be doing exactly what you're doing, providing the same type of service or something that's very similar. So, in business, what do we do to set ourselves apart from the competition? Now, I got this strategy. I use this strategy often, but I was looking at television yesterday and there was an infomercial that came on. And I love to get ideas when I'm looking at TV or when I'm doing non-business related activities, because then it just gets me excited to teach this particular concept. And the one thing that's going to separate you from your competition is your messaging. If you're taking notes, drop that in the chat, write that down, your messaging. Before the end of this training, I'm going to show you what you can do to make your messaging stand out in a crowded market. So I was watching this infomercial yesterday and the product was a juicer. Now, I do have a juicer because I'm subscribing in 2022 to really being more healthy, to juicing a little bit more because I love juice. So I'm trying to transition now from concentrated juice to more natural juices. So I have a juicer, but the problem with the juicer is once I'm done making my juice, it is so difficult to clean it. It's incredibly hard to take out the inside. Then there's all this pulp and this mess everywhere. And then I realized that my juice content is about this much after juicing a lot of fruits and vegetables. So I was sitting on the couch yesterday and I was watching this infomercial came on, and it was for this particular juicer, this brand of juicer. Let me give you spoiler alert. I am going to buy the juicer, right? But let me tell you what made me listen to this infomercial. They started to mention all the problems that you may be having with your current juicer. So they started talking about the mess that it makes. They started talking about you not getting enough juice. They started talking about now being able to put all of your fruits and vegetables without peeling them into the juicer, and it has the ability to extract what is the waste from the juice. They also spoke about it was a self-cleaning juicer. So now I started to pay attention. Why? Because the message was speaking to something that was important to me. I don't use my juicer enough because it's messy. I don't use my juicer enough because I feel like I don't get enough juice. So this infomercial was speaking to everything I had a problem with. This is when, it triggered in my mind that we have to now, with our marketing, stand out and not only speak pleasure language, but speak pain language, because pain is a language that people understand. Now, most of us in our marketing, what we might be doing is we might be telling people how great our product is. We might be talking about the benefits of our product, but we are not tapping into the problem that they have that we are solving. So let's use the infomercial strategy, right? So let's say you have a particular product or service, and right now in your marketing, you are just talking about how great your product or your service is. You are missing out on a part of your market because you are not tapping into the pain point of your customer. You are only tapping into the pleasure point. Buying is an emotional decision. And because buying is an emotional decision, you have to tap into the emotion of your client to get them to make a buying decision. So us talking about all the wonderful things that our product or service does, while that is great, it does not set us apart from our competitors. So I was talking to my sister today and I was telling her about this juicer. You see how powerful that little infomercial was, that this juicer stayed in my mind because the only things I remember is that it's self-cleaning. It's going to juice everything, separate the pulp and the juice. And it's going to now give me value for money in terms of the things that I think is important. So I was talking to my sister earlier today, and I was telling her about this juicer because this marketing stayed in my mind. And as I was telling her about the juicer, she was like, oh, it must be the Ninja, which is another popular one. And I was like, no, it's not a Ninja. And I told her the name. Now, the reason why she said Ninja, because in terms of branding, in her mind, because of the specifications that I gave, maybe the Ninja is self-cleaning. I don't know. I don't own a Ninja. Maybe the Ninja has the ability to extract pulp from juice. Maybe some of the benefits that I was telling her about was present in the Ninja. I make that example to show how, because of messaging, she has a brand that lives in her mind, and I now am convinced about this juicer because they spoke to my pain points. Anytime you watch an infomercial, you will notice the infomercial always zeroes in on the pain points. This is what I want us to get as purposeful marketers. Not that we are speaking doom and gloom or we are negative, but you have to be able to talk about your product. What does it remove for your customer? So learn how to create blank product without stress or without frustration. Learn how to do this thing without. So when we talk about without, we're talking about the pain point, and we are removing the thing that the person does not want. I did not want to clean my juicer. I did not want to waste my juice and to feel like I was getting less juice from the pulp. And I did not want to now have to fuss up with a complicated product. They now tapped into my desire, but they spoke from a pain point. I want to ask you, for your business, what is it that your customers do not want? I know you've thought about what they do want, and I know that you're talking about things that are good about your product or your service, but what is it that your customer does not want? I see somebody's taking good notes in the chat. I love it. What is it that your customer does not want? The thing that your customer does not want is what you need to shine the spotlight on. So let's say you are a tax professional, for example. Your customer does not want the headache of trying to figure out the numbers, trying to understand receipts, learning complicated software, and now having to file their own taxes. So if I were a tax professional, I would position my service in terms of get your taxes done without the confusion of having to figure out which receipts you need to put where, complicated software, going through spreadsheets, making manual deposits, and I would now remove that pain point and now say, this is why you need to work with me. To the customer that does not want to do receipts, me. To the customer that does not want complicated software, me. To the customer that just wants someone to remove the headache of their taxes, also me. They will now appeal to this because you're telling them everything that they do not want. Remember, buying is an emotional decision. And if you are saying that you are going to take away my pain, then take my money. The removal of pain has a cost. And instead of me staying with my pain, I would rather transfer some money to you if you have the ability to remove that pain. So, your homework for me. What are the things that your customer does not want? I want you to list those things down. If you do not know, do some research. Put a post out on your social media. Put a poll in your Instagram stories. Do some research. Get on Google. What is the thing that my customer does not want? Let me give you guys another example. So I'm in the course creation industry, and while there is a lot I know about course creation, my client just wants to create a course. They don't want to know the psychology of the course. They don't want to know how to put which module where. They don't want to know all of this information. They just want to come to Krisha Sarah Bowen to create a course. Therefore, when I am speaking, the thing that is going to separate me from everyone else in the course creation space, and right now there are a lot of people in the course creation space, what is going to separate me is how I talk about my messaging. Move your information from your head to your computer without wondering which module goes where. Learn how to create a result-driven course with all everything that you need without having to learn years of course psychology. Create course design that allows you to sell a course for 1K or more. I am removing what they don't want. They don't want the stress of having to figure it out. They don't want a bunch of headache. They're already confused. They have a lot of thoughts in their mind. And this is why they are stuck in terms of creating their course. So, my sales pitch or my sales point is talking about pain removal. Everything that my client does not want. So, if you want to be a part, if you want to be set apart in your industry, make a list of everything your client does not want. And after you make that list, start talking about your services in relation to that list and how you provide pain removal that can take them to pleasure in a shorter time without the headache, without being frustrated, without being overwhelmed. And now your client is happy to pay you money because you are doing everything that the other person isn't. Now, back to my juicer example. Now, that juicer is probably way more expensive than any other juicer on the market. It's not in the magic bullet category or even the juicer that I have, which I believe is a Black & Decker. I'm going to pay probably 4 times the price of that juicer. But why? Because they sold me on we can remove your pain. You're going to get all your juice. It's self-cleaning, it's lightweight, it's easy to move, and we can help you live your healthy lifestyle. So now I have a product that's going to help me meet my goal, but I made a buying decision because they promised to remove my pain for a premium price. Oh, that was so good. I had a goal, healthy lifestyle. I'm now going to buy a product, which is the juicer, that promises to remove my pain, which is the things that I did not want, for a premium price that I'm now going to pay a premium price for a juicer, which any other juicer could do, but because of my pain removal. If you got anything out of this video, please, guys, do me a favor, put a comment below this video if you have any questions on messaging and now being able to stand out in your audience, a crowded audience at that right now. Please put it below this video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.